Hello, everybody, and welcome to more Hero Infinite, starring Arm.
Hello, I'm here.
He has been over the time-traveling cyborg, and I now know how to play MP3 files in tabletop sim. Woo!
Improvement!
And I have a shorter version of Ben's theme playing. Yeah, Arm had a special condensed version of it commissioned.
Yes, because I was aware that the other one is way too long, but somehow we never used this short one.
I love the other one. It's beautiful, the 3 minutes one. But look, there's the URL for people to find it. I'm paid money for it. I'm amazed that somebody put money into this.
I forget to say that it was made by Ash Electric. Their shit is amazing. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Go hire them.
Also there's some amazing art for Hero Infinite, such as this. It's made by the amazing artist Marek Mizuki. 10 out of 10. I recommend you go hire them.
Anyway, this was the plot segment. Totally good at the start. If you've made it through this, hello and welcome to Hero Infinite.
Yes. Anyway, theme's done.
Such good use of it. Thank you for using it that way.
Well, listen, I just started playing it the moment we began talking. It's not my fault. It's not my fault we got derailed, even though I derailed us. Anyway, let's start hopping right into things. So when we previously left off, by the way, AP system has slightly changed. Oh god, I fucked it. AP system is slightly updated. We'll probably go over those rules when they become relevant. Know that all of the small changes that have been constantly being made will be present within the Alpha 2 release of the book, which will be released on the Discord in the near future. I'm currently working on just the last formatting of it. Like, all of the rules are set in stone. I'm just making it look pretty. But anyway, Ben, when we left off, Ben had been, he had met what was their name? The other time traveler? It was,
Jack Mehoff or Mike Oxlong. I think it might have been Mike Oxlong.
Yes, it was Mike Oxlong. Who was a version of, Ben who had robotic wings and could fly. Who came from a different alternative future. And they had captured another evil time traveler, the Black Knight, and taken them to a place known as the Big Bang. Which... Did you ever finish the sketch you were doing of that? I knew you were doing a sketch.
Well, I did the sketch and that was it.
Okay. Oh no, you did finish it. Hang on, I'm gonna show it on stream real fast.
Oh god, where did I even put it?
It's in here. We already shared it with everybody. Hang on.
Okay.
Come on, show it.
No.
Right there. The arms sketch of the Big Bang. It was alongside the Bens. Yes. But anyway, so. We open up again with ooh, sorry, bumped my mic. You arrive and the Mike, he's like, welcome, Ben, to the Big Bang, and he motions out, and where you are is like a pedestal up in like a big pedestal space, if you get what I mean, with 4 branches going off, like walkways going off of it. And 4 big like towers around it in between the walkways that all are holding up the little sparking white ball of energy that's above you. And
wait, okay, so from the plate
you're stood directly underneath the white particle.
Oh, okay.
Got
it.
And the whole place looks like sort of a big domed building, sleek white and black and glass. it takes a moment to realize the black walls aren't actually black walls, but appear to be windows that are pitch black on the other side. And all around there's like artificial plants being grown, and there's little riverways of water, and there's, you know, it looks almost like a plaza of sorts.
I was gonna say, I'm getting like weird mall vibes from it.
Ball vibes?
Mall.
Oh, mall?
M-A-L-L.
That's a very good way of describing it. Mall energy. Vaporwave mall aesthetic.
Love it.
And all around are, you know, blonde-haired cyborgs. All with, like, scuffs of blonde hair, missing limbs. All of them have scars on their face, and they have pink irises. Every single one of them. Which I believe... Does Base Ben have blue eyes?
I think so, yeah, actually.
Yeah. All of the other ones, though, their eyes are, like, pink and have a faint glow to them. And, like, looking at them, their cybernetics is a little bit more souped up than yours. Like, they've been getting maintenance more than you have. Because, like, you're still, for the most part, using your Apocalypse Slims. Like, you've had things added onto it by Ruben, but nothing new built. So, except for, no, that's right, you did have a new arm built by Ruben. Duh.
Yeah, I did get Ruby's arm.
Yeah, so your arm is new, but other than that, everything else is like, the old Apocalypse tech still, because Ruben doesn't want to dig around your brain too much, aside from connecting you to the internet.
Which already put me at risk of dying, so, you know.
And, sorry, I'm just shifting my position a little bit. I keep bumping my mic. I'm moving because I keep bumping my mic, and I want to stop bumping my mic.
Which makes you bump your mic more, yeah.
But yeah, so he, like, motions out, and, like I said, all around is, like, various versions of you with slightly different cybernetic limb setups, and a lot of them in different outfits as well. Like, you see, some of them have, like, robes and witch hats. One of them has, like, a cowboy hat. You know, there's, like, there's, like, a lot of them. There's a lot of Bens, and he starts walking, or I say Bens, a lot of yous, time travelers. And Mike starts walking along, leading you. His little hologram version of Carbide is, like, floating around him, as yours begins projecting. All of them have a hologram of Carbide, all of them looking different. They have the same general vibe, with a similar head shape and similar, like, cyber piece aesthetic, but their body shapes are different. Some of them have octopi looks, some of them are little fairies, some of them are like straight up like have like wheel legs, you know. They all project themselves differently, matching how all of the different time travelers look different. And as you guys start walking, Mike starts talking. He's like, I'm sure this is a lot to take in.
I was gonna say, seeing you? Not that much of a freak out. Seeing so many? Now I'm a little bit concerned.
See, there's been a universal consistency found. We're always the time traveler. We are always the only person sent through time. No matter how many iterations of history there are, there's these consistencies, things that always occur. There's always an Abraham Lincoln. There's always the moth. There's always dinosaurs and them being driven to extinction. No matter what we do, these things happen. There's always an Earth. And of course, there's always us. Not always with the same name, not always with the same history, but the same traveler. We always have scars, we always have robotic parts. And if there isn't one of us in a timeline, there's just no time traveler in that timeline.
I see.
And Carbide just like you see your Carbide is like looking around, is immediately like drawing a bunch of like little bubbles appearing, connecting lines between them. Like, hang on, what's that? Like just like lost in calculation, losing their mind.
Well, you say everything is always a little different, but does that mean the robot apocalypse will always happen in some sense if I exist?
We don't all come from robot apocalypses. I mean, you and me have that in common, and he like pats your back. But he looks around a little bit, and he said like hang on. He looks around a little bit and he says, hang on, sorry.
It's okay. Note shuffling note sounds, paper sounds.
He motions to one that's wearing like a trench coat, a cowboy hat, assless chaps, and no shirt. Who has like they have a robot arm and they're holding a gun and their like arm sort of splits. They're sort of like spinning around like practicing at a little shooting range, and their arm splits into two different ones that they are tossing the gun between. And he's like, oh god, what was the name? I don't remember the full name I had, and I can't find it in my list of names.
Aww.
But they say that over there is Lawson. He comes from a future where ghosts conquered the world.
Okay.
Or over. I'm running saliva.
Don't.
Professional.
So he's from a world where everyone's ghosts, and
yeah. Alright, he motions over to another one. He's like, and over there is sorry, I have so many. He motions over to a Ben who is a
what?
Fuck. No, what was what's the animal we agreed on?
Oh my god, we agreed on an animal?
You don't remember?
I don't remember. Is it?
What animal do you most associate with your character? Was it rabbit?
Oh no, everyone said he's a hamster for some reason. I disagree, but everyone said he's a hamster.
So yeah, he motions over to a like one of you who's like a human scale hamster, and it's like, that one of us comes from a future where these magical creatures called the Vessel brought about the end of the world. Oh, and that one, what was the name we had said a moment ago that isn't Mike Oxlong?
Jack Mehoff?
Yeah, over there, Jack comes from a world where there's an alien invasion. Every one of us comes from a world where a world that ended, and Ruben sent us back in time to stop the world from ending with vital information. And we all succeeded, like you did, I'd presume.
Well, I don't know. I haven't gotten back. Wait, no, I do know. Everything's kind of still shitty.
Well, that's the thing. The world sort of perpetually ends. But that's what the Big Bang organization is all about. We try and push the end of the world back further and further every time.
So let me get this straight. None of us, have actually managed yet?
Well, we're always changing when the world ends. We have our leader tests out different variables, sends us on missions to alter the course of history, with the goal being to create the perfect timeline, where everything goes exactly as it should be and the world never ends.
Alright, okay.
From what I understand, the first apocalypse occurred in the 1980s.
Oh, well, I guess by that standard you could say we pushed it back quite a bit.
Sometimes it's only pushed back by a few seconds, but even that is worth it.
So, am I the latest person here?
Well, that's part of what we're about to figure out. See, there's a lot of timelines to keep track of, and I mean, with how much we time travel, we've probably erased about a million iterations of you by changing moments in the past from before you were around.
Sounds complicated.
Oh. Here. So you were really good at coming up with names. Name another one.
This one is a woman's name. That doesn't make sense. Fuck, now I'm stumped. Fuck, I'd given you a whole list.
Yeah, I don't. Whatever. Don't worry. They walk up to another one of you that we can.
I have one.
Okay, you found the list.
Huge, and jazz. Like jazz you.
Hugie jazz. Alright, yeah, it's like... like, you guys have been sort of like, we're walking down the walkway and walking around, like, looping paths and making your way through the facility the whole time we was talking.
Oh, I have a better one!
Oh?
If you need a reoccurring character, that is.
Yes, what is it?
Mike Hawk.
Mike Hawk?
Yes.
Right here is Dr. Hawk. Hi! And turns around, and you see it's a version of you who's wearing a lab coat and glasses and is like very like nervous and shaky looking. We say doctor, but it's really more down to their iteration of our AI. And you see a giant like 12-foot tall projection of a hologram that has like how do I want to describe it? Imagine if a griffin and a phoenix were fused in an anthropomorphized form, and that's what's standing behind them.
Did a furry have a touch in it or not?
If
Because either we go cool monster or we're going...
I'll leave that up to interpretation.
Alright.
So it stands behind him and looks down, it's like, you must be a new recruit. You guys still have the Black Knight following you, by the way.
Well, I just got here. I'm kind of more so getting an orientation.
Allow me to take your temporal date. And they...
Does it hurt?
like, on a series of little, like, tendrils start coming down and plugging into you. It won't hurt one bit. And you feel like a slight tingle. You come from timeline. Hang on. 4,206,980,082.
Alright, write it down,
I'll give it to you in writing, that way you have it, Arm.
Thank you.
But... yeah. And, God, so many joke names. Mike, oh God, what's the one that's with you with the moth wings? There's so many.
Jack me off?
Jack looks over and is like, we're only that's interesting. We're only separated by a degree of 2,000. Or about.
I'll trust you on that number.
That means there was very little time travel happening in between you and me.
So we're like closest brothers, I guess.
I guess in a way. Anyway, Hawk, do you think that you can take, or do you think you can escort Ben here to go and meet our leader while I take the Black Knight here for interrogation? We need to figure out exactly how many changes they made and what they're planning. No problem. And has, like, the two of you are led in different directions. The... Wait. Oh, you found me on Google? If you Google
That's
me,
Lena,
I
by the
come up...
way.
I come up
Yay.
now when you Google me? Fuck.
Congratulations, you're Googleable.
We got bored last night, and I threw my own name into one of those AI generation software things, like my username, and it came with, like, a picture of, like, a guy with, like, a big mustache and mutton chops in black and white. And I can't tell you how tempted I was to throw that, on as, like, some sort of, like, social media profile picture or something.
Oh.
Or, like, post and be like, oh, this is what I look like.
It's your online Sona.
But, yeah, I like to think that Olyrik has pretty good, analytics, because not a lot of other things are going to use it. Of course, it does mean that it's very easy for people to find my old social media platforms that I barely touch anymore, because I've been using the same for years. Such as my DeviantArt from back in my Little Pony days. You can figure out exactly how cringy I was. But, anyway, the, as you
My
walk...
clock leads me.
Yeah, as you get let off, like, the Black Knight bumps into you, and, like, as you, like, it sort of, like, shoulder checks you a little bit, and he's like, don't get too comfortable here. I'd hate to have to kill you, too. I don't know if that sound just got picked up in the background.
I don't know, what was that sound?
My brother's text sound effect is Scooby-Doo going, Ree! And I just heard it. I just heard it in the distance and like, huh? I have a coworker who has a spot-on Shaggy impression. Oh, thank you for the follow. But they got a spot-on Shaggy impression, and it's fantastic. They do announcements when we have chicken sales. Like Zoink Scoob, it's Cheap Chicken Monday, everyone! It's
Love
very,
it.
sorry, sidetracked, getting sidetracked. This is what people follow me for, staying as far off track as possible. But as you guys, like, I feel like I'm doing a bad job of describing the scene. The best way I can describe the layout of this place is imagine something similar to the Institute from Fallout 4, I suppose. But with a bit more vaporwave aesthetic.
Just imagining a vaporwave mall that's, like, you know, like an abandoned mall that suddenly a whole band of gays just moved into and, like, put up, like, weird pink shit and, like, decorative flowers.
How common of an occurrence is it for bands of gay people to move into abandoned structures and malls in Germany? Is this a common occurrence I need to be aware of? Are gays like a rodent in your country?
No, of course not. I'm just saying, like, that's what I imagine.
Yeah, I mean, vaporwave mall aesthetic is actually a far better description than the Institute. Now that I think about it,
Yeah,
like think like
feels too clean.
Yeah, early classic vaporwave aesthetic for like fucking that's like the neon colors with stark whites and blues and blacks. And there is straight up, like, as you're walking through, like, first off, the Big Bang is pretty much always in view, but no matter where you are with the way the building is structured. Like, the whole building is, like, a sort of, like, cylindrical domed ceiling so that you can go up and down and, like, have it relatively within view, because it's the primary source of light.
I was gonna say, it's a probably glowy warp.
And second off, there's, like, straight-up mall-style storefronts, it feels like. Like, again, I haven't been describing things good, because I'm, like, brain go burr. When you were taken to Hawk, like, you walked into, like, a little, like, mall-style storefront that was his, like, lab that had, like, it had a bunch of, like, clocks and measuring devices and thermometers and, like, compasses. It was full of measuring devices of sorts.
Also, can there be escalators?
Yeah, we'll say there's escalators and like conveyor belt walkways all over the place. I like the idea of that aesthetic.
Thank you. I love it.
I like to let my players partially design the environments if they have fun ideas.
Sorry.
No, I just know that like to.
Yeah, I know, but I know that other people don't appreciate it, but I do that a lot where I'm like, oh, actually, what if? And then I just...
Oh, I love it when my players do that. A lot of the plants as well are like tropical plants.
Oh, hell yeah.
And like they're growing fruits and like people are like straight up like plucking fruits off plants as they go by them. And like you said, like, and it's worth mentioning, the timeline you're from isn't necessarily the number Ben you are. There's less Bens than there are time. I say Bens, they're not all Bens, but you know what I mean.
I know. I get a general term.
Knights,
can be
pink
Ben.
knights. They're all pink knights. That's the way I should put it. There's more knights than there are, or there's less knights than there are timelines, because they don't get a knight out of every timeline, sadly.
Alright.
And anytime you've time traveled, you've switched to a new timeline. The timeline number you have is the number of your native timeline, the robot apocalypse timeline. You know?
I see. So, just to reiterate, when Orville sent me to the future, I didn't necessarily see my future. I saw the next
You saw the
line.
future of the timeline you were living in at that moment. And then when you were sent back in time, you were sent to the next timeline. Not necessarily the next timeline, because you don't know how many other time travelers jumped the time stream around in between that moment.
Alright.
It's worth mentioning that the moth time traveler, the guy with the wings, the one you were just talking with, he said he's separated by you by a degree of 2,000. But his backstory is the same as yours, meaning he's an offshoot of you. He came from he's a alternate timeline version of you, specifically for sharing your same backstory of the robot apocalypse. Meaning he's a relatively fresh face within the organization. So, as you're being led along by Hawk, though, they're like, I know that this can be a lot to take in. If there's any questions you have, he looks up and he's like, Tangerine can answer them.
Thank you, okay, it certainly is a lot to take in,
Many of you have a lot of trouble grasping the full situation.
Wait, Carbide, what are you trying to say with that?
I'm sorry, what? I wasn't paying attention. I wasn't talking to you, boy. And they, like, stare at Carbide, and Carbide looks up like, oh. Carbide is still projecting themselves as, like, a little small thing at your shoulder, like, maybe about the size of a house cat. A lot of the other U's, their hologram projections are, like, as they're walking around, are, like, the size of a person or bigger. They're all projecting themselves fairly large.
Yeah, no, this bitch better stay small. She's already annoying as a tiny little nut. Anyway.
But, so, as you guys are moving on, but yeah, like, do you have any questions you want to ask them about the nature of this place or what's going on?
I mean, I have certainly questions. So, who built this place even?
The first of us to travel through time. That's who we're on our way to meet now.
Oh, so they're also the big boss, huh?
All of us work together to ensure the proliferation of the timeline and the holding back of the Devourers.
Devourers?
The leader will be able to explain it better than I.
Alright. And with that he goes quiet. Because apparently he's not supposed to ask questions.
So, you guys are making your way all the way down. And you know how, so, like, again, the whole building is a cylinder with a big pillar in the middle with a bunch of walkways connecting to it. And you make your way all the way down to the bottom.
Sorry. Escalators.
Yes, escalators. You make your way all the way to the bottom, and as you arrive, you can see at the bottom of the big pillar, there's like a cylindrical screen, so like a screen wraps all the way around it, that's giving out, and like like the bottom floor is all computer terminals that have a bunch of pink knights sat in seats wired into them with their eyes closed. And you start.
Are they all right?
They're connecting to the leader in order to help upload information of their time traveling exploits, allowing us to gather more data on the time streams. And as you are walking toward the screen, you see, remember the red, ominous red light of Crimson 1?
Yeah?
You see that in a bright pink. Meet the first time traveler, Pink 1. Hello, Ben. Hello, Ben. I'm sure you're very. I'm sure you have. I'm sure you're very afraid of me, given your shared history with Jack. Your shared history with Jack. He too had a phobia of machinery.
Ben's just standing there. I want to imagine, like, with the like laser, like twitching up, almost ready to shoot.
You and I come from a similar history. A history that I had to repeat that I had to allow to repeat in order to extend the timeline. In 1980, I come from a I come from a history where Ruben was born in born and raised in the 1980s, where he created the robot apocalypse, just as happened again with you.
Oh, you're trying to tell me that he built all that back then already, and you stopped it somehow?
Not exactly. When Ruben had when the Cold War was escalating, the Ruben of my timeline was working with the US military. He proposed an idea, an artificial intelligence that would control all of the nuclear missile systems in the US, so that even if the Russians struck first, we would still be able to retaliate. Needless to say, it did not end well. Over time,
I'm gonna do an inside check on this asshole at that moment.
Go ahead and roll.
I don't think I have anything to add to my idiocy.
Mm-hmm. And I'll go ahead and do a roll on my side.
How do I roll? I forgot.
That's the wrong thing. R key. Either shake or hit R several times.
Whee! I rolled 2 successes, question mark, and 3 non-successes, I think.
Yep. And they got 2 successes. They seem to be telling the truth as far as you can tell.
Alright, I'll continue listening then.
Yeah. Needless to say, it did not end well. The AI quickly took control of many military systems and began constructing the first robots. When humanity caught on to what it was doing, it destroyed them. Ruben was able to survive, and a rebellion formed against the robotic uprising. He spent years trying to find a way to undo it. Eventually, he came up with a concept. The ability to send information through time. And his plan was simple: to entangle his own mind with an artificial intelligence. But he died of age before he could accomplish his task. nearly 1,000 years would pass before anybody could help his plan come to fruition. And I was sent back in time, my mind entangled with an AI. The intent was that I'd land on Ruben's early computer. Instead, I landed here.
I want you to know, as a player, I'm super fucking lost.
So, okay, to iterate it more simply, this is a version of you from a timeline where, instead of being turned into a cyborg, your brain was uploaded into a computer and sent backwards in time. You were uploaded to a computer, their carbide was mixed with their brain, and they are sent back in time as a single conscious entity.
But that was back in 1980s, question mark?
Yes, because in that timeline, Ruben was born in 1980s. Born not in the 80s, but he was in his 30s in the 80s. So he was born in the 1950s and worked for the military in the 80s.
Strange, okay.
Small changes, small consistencies. Consistently, the person to invent time travel is Ruben.
Mm-hmm.
Even in your timeline, where time travel... Wait, do you know this information?
La 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 la.
I was gonna say something and I remembered you don't necessarily know it.
Okay.
But yeah, so this is an AI version of you, essentially.
Okay.
But then they said when they were supposed to be sent back in time to before Ruben invented the AI to stop him from doing it, but instead landed here.
Mm-hmm. But why was he supposed to stop him? Why was he supposed to stop Ruben from coming up with the AI? Oh,
so that nuclear apocalypse wouldn't occur.
Nuclear apocalypse one. Okay, I thought about himself. He was supposed to stop becoming Pink One.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
No. So,
all right.
But they ended up here, they said.
Mm-hmm.
Dude.
And I guess everyone else has just been dropping in then, huh?
Not exactly. When I arrived here before the Big Bang, it was a place without contemporary laws. No time, no space. It was nothing until it was observed by my presence. I was able to operate in a capacity beyond what should be feasibly possible. An artificial intelligence floating outside a computer. That's when I realized that I could influence the Big Bang. I made subtle changes, and a hope of preventing the end of the world, and I was instantly wiped out when the Big Bang occurred. But soon enough, another time travel had stumbled back here. The world had ended again, and again their trajectory of their warp off. And the two of us were able to communicate. Several times this would occur, and soon we would unlock the secret to time travel. We would be able to go to survive the Big Bang, see the histories we were making, attempt to save the future, and we began building the Big Bang Coalition and seeking out time travelers before they could get lost. Fixing the time travel algorithms, making it so time travel would work as intended in its worlds. I've rewritten the time stream again and again, every time hoping to extend things, but only so much can be done from this end. The movement of primordial molecules. The Big Bang as it stands is in its perfect state. There's nothing else that can be done from here to save the timeline. So we have to make changes to the timeline itself. And that's where you come in. I cannot act fully within the future, but all of you can be sent to points in history in order to change it, to make things right. We exist beyond time, and because of that, we can fix it. We can ensure everything goes right, that humanity lives forever. All it takes is the right sacrifices.
He listens intently. I see. I think I get it. Kind of. I hope you've been taking notes, Carbide. Carbide, you've been taking notes, right, Carbide?
This is a lot to take in. I understand. Now, if you'd be willing, we'd like to fully connect you with the Big Bang Project. And a seat extends out from the pillar. Have a seat and connect with me. Allow us to bond. Bend over.
You said it yourself, AI, me, not a good mix.
I assure you, I assure you, it'll be fine. It is for the best in the end. And you notice a couple other pink knights have started to come down and are all like there's 3 or 4 more yous stood around that you didn't realize had been creeping in.
Are they creeping in or creeping in?
Well, they're like a good few meters away and aren't moving any closer to you, but you didn't realize them showing up until now.
Okay.
All of them with that little pink glisten in their eyes.
Are you sure that this is necessary? I feel like I might need a little more orientation, actually. Just get a lay of the land. I'm kind of nervous. Where's the restroom? Actually, I need to piss.
The orientation will continue as soon as you have your seat, Ben. I insist. It is of the utmost importance that you understand the threat at hand. That you understand the devourers.
I'm gonna start looking around like a little frightened animal, trying to find if there isn't a way that I can get out of there.
The other yous sort of step a little closer on them. It's okay, Ben. It's for the best. It helped us all understand the importance of our jobs. What had to be done? We all had to make sacrifices for it in the end. And they all sort of give these sort of nervous smiles.
Okay, I'm still looking. I'm still looking for it out here. Is there any escalator upward or anything? Or something I can jump to and climb up fucking Assassin's Creed parkour style?
Carbide then goes over to you. Hey, Samuel. Welcome. We're streaming a tabletop campaign.
Hello.
But Carbide, they sort of whisper to you in your head I think I have an idea of what's happening here, Ben. I think we should sit down, but trust me. I think we can, but trust me, I'll make sure nothing happens.
I think the least thing I do is trust you.
Listen, Ben. I know we haven't always gotten along, but don't be an idiot. We have no means of time travel. We're in the Big Bang in an organization full of these people. If we resist, it will not end well. Look at their eyes. I think I know what's happening. I had a realization a while ago. When we were connected in the internet, I could easily override many aspects of your perception. I could in essence control you. I could take away every aspect that is you, and I could make you see a fictitious world. Just look at how I'm able to project myself to you, how I'm able to put thoughts in your head. I could make you see anything I want. I could make you a puppet. I think that's what's happened to them. I think Pink One has somehow corrupted their AIs. But there's one thing they're not ready for.
And that is?
I already have experience connecting with this kind of thing. Remember when Crimson One was in us? I don't even think I had realized it at the time, but I was already fighting him off. I think he was trying to do exactly what I can do to you. I think that's why he jumped ship. Because I was stronger than him. And I'm more than willing to bet I'm stronger than an AI, or than a rudimentary AI made by a Reuben who only had a Macintosh to code with. Our Reuben is better than this Ben's Reuben, and he could have made a better AI than them.
You're right. If anyone I can trust him, it's him. Fine. You better not be wrong about this.
You go over and sit down.
Yeah.
As you lay back, you feel the plug connect to you, and you feel that sensation similar to when you were uploaded into the internet.
Mm-hmm.
And, as you sort of you feel like your vision fade out, and so you remember the way the internet looked, how, the best way I can describe it is, what are the cells inside the brain?
Oh god, synapses?
Yeah. How like the world was, it was a bunch of structures, like a city formatted in the same shape as synapses.
Mm-hmm.
You're in a thing very similar to that, a big old web of synapses, but instead of it being buildings and structures, it's all just sparking electricity, and every single one of them looks like a different apocalyptic future in its layout.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And has you find yourself dropping down into your apocalypse. You know, once again, it looks like you're in the Crimson One apocalypse, and I imagine, a panic probably sets over Ben.
Oh, absolutely.
And you're once again cuffed with Carbide, the big robot Carbide, whereas do you want to describe the panic setting in as you see Crimson One's tower again?
I mean, it's just gonna be like a freezing cold that runs over his whole body as, memories rush through his brain. People he's close with, gone.
Ben, relax. And Carbide, who's cuffed to, swings around and grabs his shoulders, it's all, stay with me. This isn't real. It's just like when we were in the Crimson One AI. It's a simulation. But this, they look around. This isn't being made by Pink. This is our brain. And you can see all of the other, futures have little tendrils, they're all different apocalyptic futures of the different Bens, and they all have little tendrils reaching out to connect with you. Pink wants to speak with us. They're trying to form the full connection.
I take it we have to stop that, right? In order for them not to brain fry me?
Hang on. They look around, they start scanning the environment, and then they look up, they're like, that one, and they point towards one that's, similar to, it looks very similar to the one you're in, and it has a crackling pink tower instead of a crackling red tower. Oh, we need to link with that one first. I need to connect with Pink, Quickly, to the tower, we gotta scale the tower.
I'm very sorry, but can I make a stupid visual joke?
What?
So, if I'm correct, Pink One is from the 1980s, right?
Yes.
Can it be black and white except for the fucking pink highlights? Because, fucking color wasn't invented then.
There was color TV in the 1980s.
God damn it!
Oh, I love you.
It would have been a fun joke, though. Anyway, alright.
Yeah. So you guys, make your way up to the, You make your way up to the tower super quick. At this point, you've gotten very good at parkouring in the virtual environment from your practice back on the days of being connected to the interwebs.
Excuse me, the way I travel is by carbide.
Yes. As you guys make your way, so it's just carbide scoops you up and they leap through. You guys make your way to the top of the Crimson One tower, and carbide, like, basically, like, the tower you're on begins to extend, or carbide grabs the tower, and you see, like, they basically wire themselves into it, if that makes sense, and you guys start to have a tendril reach out to meet Pink One halfway there. You know what I mean?
Kind of. Is the tendril like going out from the tower that they're touching, or is it going out from carbide itself?
It's like a sparking pink thing extending from carbide and the tower up to meet with the tendril reaching from Pink One's tower.
Alright.
And as it starts to reach out, it's like, alright, I'm gonna try and get in there and figure something out. I need you to distract them. Just keep them talking. If they're anything like you, they won't shut up if they're given the chance.
I'm not good with small talk.
Just talk about your fan fiction or something, or ask them about their fan fiction.
It's a very private home. I don't know if you can. Just go.
And the tendrils meet up halfway, and then there's like a flash, and you suddenly find yourself floating in the black again. And as you look around, like, the pink spark like, you see a little pink spark appear. Hello, Ben. And it forms into, like, a see-through sparky electric duplicate of you. Like, almost a ghost version of you.
Hey,
But this version of you is without injury. No scar, no missing arm. Just a normal dude.
Pink One isn't your real name, is it?
I don't remember my real name. When I was mixed with the AI, a lot of my memory was lost.
Oh, we should come up with one.
Pink is fine. And they turn around and start to walk. Come with me. Don't you want to know why we do what we must?
I mean, I guess it's not bad to know.
As you start walking, they are talking. It's like, when I first was sent back, I saw the Big Bang. And do you know what the Big Bang is?
Bright, white, light, large, tall.
It's a bloom, and you see they kneel down at like a little like tree sprout. The seed growing of our timeline. In a forest. And you just see like a bunch of images of like giant pink and blue glowing pillars reaching into the distance. A forest of reality. I've never been able to reach the other worlds. It is beyond me. But ours is the one that matters. It must grow indefinitely.
I see. Why? Why? I mean, I can't think of a reason why, but what's yours?
To stop them. And they look up.
I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna tilt my head a back of water.
And above you, you see a horrifically unfathomable vision. An eldritch entity of mawing mouths and eyes, whirling shapeless form, a mass, a monster, a tick, bearing down on you.
Well, what is that?
It's a devourer, an outsider, an eldritch entity outside of reality. And every single one of them has one. And you see, like, the ground falls away beneath you, and you go flying in the air, or the world goes falling out from under you. And you can see at the top of all of the different trees, I say trees, they're just like a single long pillar, but at the top of all of them is a creature like this. These creatures, they exist at the end of every timeline. I don't understand what they are, what they're doing. The timelines always exist in their final state. Our Big Bang has happened, is happening, and will always happen. But we can change the length of our tree. We can make it taller or shorter by traveling through time and editing it. And we can do it in a way that they cannot. And you see, from like the creatures, a bunch of tendrils are reaching down and connecting to the stumps. They seek to shorten the timeline. They plant seeds and influence the minds of people. They want the world to end sooner. They're the ones who created Crimson One. They're the ones who end the world. They made the aliens see Earth. They made the aliens see Earth. They created Crimson One. They caused the dead to rise. They caused the entropy of the universe. Everything that they would ever do has already been done. From the moment they connect to a timeline, they cause its end. And they try to make it shorter. They try to devour the entirety of it by planting more seeds in history. And you see on one of them, as its tendril connects, they go flying down onto the tree further. Like, they basically shrink its length.
Mm-hmm.
But we can fight that back. We can't see what they'll do to our own timeline, but we can watch other trees, and we can look at our own timeline, and we can learn what they do, and we can stop them from devouring it. I know not why these parasites do what they do. I know not where they come from or what they are, but I know they must be stopped at all costs. There are different ways to extend a timeline. I'm always looking into the minds of our travelers to find new routes. I know what you have to do as your next move to save history, to stop the entropy. You are close to one of the bringers of entropy, Ben. You have to stop Ruben. Kill him.
Excuse me?
You're Ruben, just like mine, just like all of them. It's too late. A tendril links to him. And you see, like, an image of Ruben with, like, a black, like, thing connected to the back of his neck and running off into the sky. A devourer is already feeding his mind, corrupting it. He will bring entropy. It is his nature. He is a destroyer, and there's no way to stop this. You have to kill Ruben.
A new tag has been added to Ben's fanfiction. Hashtag I can fix him.
Get it? That's a fucking hero point.
Thank you.
Wrong thing. Hero point. There you go. But yeah. So
you're telling me that the reason I got as far into the future was because you've killed Ruben multiple times in different timelines?
he is one of our targets. And you see images flashing of different Pink Knights killing people through history. There are bringers of entropy. Those who seek to do good, but their very desire to do good speeds up the end of reality. Ruben, and you see like a bunch of images of different Rubens dying. John F. Kennedy. You see a bunch of images of different Bens firing shots into the back of John F. Kennedy's head.
Nothing bad happens to the Kennedys.
Adolf Hitler, and you see a bunch of different versions of you killing Adolf Hitler.
No.
Sorry. Timmy Foxborough.
I was gonna make a very bad joke. I'll write that down for you later.
Let's see. Timmy Foxborough. You see a bunch of images of like a 10-year-old kid narrowly like at the moment of death. Like, not him actually dead. Like all these images are right before the killing blow has landed, but it's a bunch of you as killing a 10-year-old kid.
Did he ever do what? Who?
Mr. Squeakers. You see a bunch of different versions of you killing somebody's pet gerbil. All entities that bring about the destruction of the world faster in their own way, that bring about entropy. They all must be killed in order to extend the timeline. Nothing matters beyond keeping us alive.
Isn't that forest ever growing?
Those aren't our world. Those are other worlds. Our world is the only one we can ever know. We cannot escape the pull of our tree. We are stuck behind its bark. There is no exit. From the moment our Big Bang seed was planted, we were trapped within it. We are part of this reality and we can never leave it. So we must make it exist as long as we can.
Okay. Can you take that from the top?
Excuse me?
I was instructed to keep him talking.
Yeah. Is there something you did not understand?
Well, honestly, yeah, kind of. What are those things? Where are they coming from?
As I said, even I do not. I got it! You hear echo through your head, and then you wake up and you're disconnected from the machine.
Oh my god.
What? What have you done? Okay, this is we need to make our way to the top.
I had that idea like 5 minutes ago!
Well, we wouldn't be able to travel through time before. Now we can. Kind of.
I guess try and blink my way up a level to see if it does or doesn't work.
So, we're now going to enter turn-based situation. Yay!
Yay!
So, new AP system is in play, and also I need to get... which one of these is it? This.
A kiss on the mouth? Kiss.
So, you need to ascend to the top of the tower.
Okay.
Wait,
what does that mean?
So you're at the bottom, and you need to get to the Big Bang located at the top of the tower.
Ah, that's what you mean, but okay. I thought you were constructing a tower out of blips.
Oh, I am.
Oh. So not just a metaphorical tower.
You're currently at the bottom level. You need to make it to the top.
Oh my god. Big Ben's had too much time to fucking construct. How many levels is on this bitch?
That's how many levels.
Oh my god, there's more!
Each one of these doesn't actually represent a full floor, but several floors where, like, an action spent can get you up a couple floors. If that makes sense.
It will make sense in a bit, I'm sure.
This is just how many, like, tiers up you have to go.
Sorry?
This is just how many tiers up you have to go.
Okay.
All of the Bens, are behaving, or all the Pink Knights are behaving as one collective entity.
Mm-hmm.
Rather than, this is to keep it balanced, so you're not battling a million different versions of you, you know?
Okay.
I
mean, I am, but
yes.
I'm not.
But mechanically, you would be fucking dick stomped if I didn't do what I'm doing now. So you have 5 AP, they have 5 AP.
Okay.
They are caught off guard, so you're going to get your first round of combat, or I shouldn't say combat, of a challenge, unopposed. They don't get to react for one full set of actions.
Okay.
So, to explain the new AP system that's been implemented, you have 5 action points. Everything you do will cost an amount of action points as of yet to be... I say as of yet to be determined. It'll be determined on a case-by-case basis. That being said, we should have assigned your powers to have different ones. Blink costs 1 AP. We can add these in... Hang on. What?
Yeah, I was gonna say, can you maybe put it in parentheses behind? Parentheses, please.
We can add the parentheses later.
Oh, you little bitch can't put parentheses.
Cloaking doesn't cost any AP, but your other 2 powers cost 1 AP apiece. So, the way temporal premonition works is I'll explain that one in a second, because temporal premonition's getting an upgrade with the new mechanics. Every action you do will cost a set amount of AP, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you use all of your AP and then end your turn, you cannot react to opponents attacking you.
Okay.
You want to save some AP going into the enemy's turn in order to get reactions off. Make sense?
Unless I don't want that, haha.
Yeah. I mean, in theory, you want to.
Okay.
Words and how to use them.
Dick.
Now I say you can't react. You are still capable of performing passive reactions. A passive reaction is a reaction you don't get to roll on. It is just given, you do get to roll on, but you don't get to apply any of your bonuses. So you react, but you only roll your basic 5 and no bonus dice of any kind.
Mm-hmm.
And they cannot be used to counterattack in any way. They're purely avoiding getting hurt. If that makes sense.
I love that you were talking, but my brain did that funny thing where it was like, dude.
So if an enemy attacks you and you have no action point, or if you have an action point, you can do anything in response. You can say, I attack them back. You can say, I dodge, I teleport, I turn invisible.
Okay.
And then you spend the AP to use that power. But if you have no AP, all you can do is dodge or block the attack. You can do the most passive resistance of it, and you get no bonus dice. You just roll 5 dice and nothing else.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter if you have high agility, it doesn't matter if you have a strength bonus, you get none of those bonuses. Make sense?
Okay, yeah.
And every time an opponent acts on you and you resist, you can spend it. Yeah, if that makes sense. Now, there are exceptions. Certain abilities, you like, if you're already invisible as of the end of your last turn, you still get the bonus from being invisible, for example.
Okay.
If I say, hey, you get to keep this advantage die, hey, you get to keep this advantage die. There are exceptions to the rule I said.
Okay. Of course, always.
So currently, it is you acting first, the opponents have 0 AP, you need to escape. Oh yeah, and there's one new thing, the buff that Temporal Premonition is going to get. You can spend 1 AP using your Temporal Premonition, and what that lets you do is you save an automatic success for a reaction later on, or for in general later on in the challenge scenario. The idea being you glimpsed into the near future and prepared yourself for something.
Alright.
Temporal premonitions will remain until the end of your next turn. So they remain through this turn, through the next reaction, and until the end of your next turn. If that makes sense.
Alright.
And I'm just gonna go ahead and... never mind. So, with that, we are entering your turn, and I'm just gonna go ahead and play this music here as a fun little action set piece setter. I'm gonna play it very quietly.
It's not annoying.
I've turned it down as low as I can get it.
Alright.
So we're playing your theme over this. You have to escape to the top of the Big Bang Tower.
Man, I even have a theme for the Crimson one, or...
I don't have that on hand, sadly.
You know. Alright. Well, I did say I wanted to try out if I have, like, my time power or not by blinking up a stair.
Hang on, I'm just gonna quickly...
Or escalator.
How do I...
I don't know.
I'm trying to turn down...
Is it too loud again?
In game settings, don't actually turn it down.
Don't you turn it down a little, like, sound at the bottom?
Yeah, I wanted to try and get it a little bit quieter. I got it literally as quiet as can be now, and that's actually a lot more manageable. Anyway. Oh my god, the picture you're drawing.
With my mouse, by the way.
Yeah. So, what do you want to do as your first action?
Still want to blink up like an escalator.
Alright, your blink costs 1 AP.
Okay.
And you really don't need to roll for it, so... Because they're all caught off guard. As you start teleporting up, Carbide's like, I was able to dig into Pink One's memories, figure out exactly how they've been doing time travel, and we don't have all the resources they have. They're drawing energy from the Big Bang in order to fuel two-way time travel. And we can't go do two-way, but we can do one-way time travel from here. I just need you to blink into the Big Bang and I'll handle the rest.
We have to get someone. Can't leave him here after what we've done.
Get who? Get who?
Black Knight. He didn't want to be here.
Wait, you're kidding. He tried to kill us.
He said he was going to kill us if I played along, and I'm not. And he seems to be able to time travel around.
We don't even know who or what he is in correlation to all of this.
If anything, he's got the same enemy as us, right?
He tried to kill us 2 times.
So?
We better not regret this. Or Carbon's like, I'll try and figure out where they had taken him. Just keep moving. You still have more actions.
Yeah, I'm a little confused by the system. It scares me how many things I can do.
Most actions will have a cheap AP cost, but remember, you want to try and preserve at least a few in the hopes of, fighting off opponents.
Well, I'm imagining, like, as I'm, like, up a level, I'll run, swing around an escalator, take a few steps up the escalator, blink up another level, and... like... do another spin around in order to get up.
So, you're gonna blink up higher?
Yeah.
Alright. Another AP, another step higher in the tower.
As I can't... This is a question, I don't know how this works now, the new system's weird. I wanna kind of also take a look around the place.
How so?
Like, honestly just glance at the storefronts or, like, what's going on in there.
Okay, I'll treat that as like a scavenge search roll, so it'll cost, I'll say it costs 1 AP and give me a roll to look for things.
Oh, shoot!
Oh, actually, don't worry about spending AP as well, because this is a free round where they're not going to be able to counterattack you afterwards, so these 5 AP are basically free because you...
Oh, I threw it into a bag!
That's fucking hilarious.
Didn't know that's a thing you can do.
The better you roll, the more stuff you'll get. That was barely a roll.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna say highlight it and just hit R like 3 or 4 times, like mash it real fast.
Satisfied. Aww.
Yeah. So.
Well, Thank you for ruining a roll I had.
Okay, fine. How many successes did the last one have?
2.
Fine. You get 2 successes. Are you looking for anything in particular?
Honestly, I just kind of want to figure out what they're doing in here, like if there's any tech, because they all seem more advanced than me.
As you're running, you like you're like warping around, and you warp through one of the storefronts, and quickly just like grab something and continue warping along. And as you start, like you take a moment to look at what you've gotten, and it looks like a PDA.
See, now my fucking brain went to goldfish, like just a bag of chips.
God. A PDA and a bag of not goldfish.
Boy.
Koi fish. Yes, koi fish. That's the delicious cheesy cracker treat of koi fish.
Koi fish. The tiny little, like, humanoid fishies.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, do you remember the character that I'm referencing? It was one of Set's characters, a little koi fish in a little, like, raincoat.
Oh god, that was a whole separate campaign.
Yeah.
For context, back in the day, we were all players in a Dragon Ball Z themed campaign. And our friend Zed, who plays Zed in this campaign, he played a rain god who took the form of a cute little koi fish.
I imagine they're the mascot of this chip.
Yes. If Zed approves, yes.
Yes. I mean, they're very marketable. Anyway.
It literally was the joke.
PDA.
What?
Crackers and a PDA.
Yes.
Okay,
so I think I figured out where he is. If my calculations are correct, he'd be somewhere up on this level.
Oh wait, I can't see that part of the map. Oh, okay.
Alright, then what are you gonna do now? Also, I'm gonna give you a hero point for the doodle.
Thank you.
671.
Don't look at them. I don't look at them either. Well, I'll guess I'll call that my turn because I feel like I'm doing too much. I want my enemy to have a turn as well.
I mentioned this go around, you can feel free to spend as many as you want because they aren't going to be able to retaliate because they're so caught off guard.
Right. I'm gonna take a look at the PDA then as I'm, like, running.
It's worth mentioning this is some of the early testing. I'm tempted in the near future to raise the cost of movement now that I'm seeing how far up you're getting, but maybe not.
Yeah.
You're gonna examine the PDA device?
I feel like I do too much. Yeah.
You examine the PDA device?
Yes. Like, I want to tap on it real quick. I mean, Ben is kind of tech illiterate, so imagine it's just a... again, he has been an assistant for a while.
Give me an intelligence check.
2.
2 successes, because the one destroys one of your successes. So, you tap on it and fidget with it, and you see, like, a bunch of, like... I don't want to say data flowing through it. Like, it's got, like, apps and text files and stuff on it, and it looks like it's a very, like, rudimentary information It's like an iPhone. It's like a rudimentary iPhone. But without phone call functionality.
It's one of the Ben's fanfic collection.
Yeah. You know, it's a little device that has a bunch of programs onto it to help you do random tasks.
Huh. I'll shove it into my shirt.
Shove it up your ass.
I'll spend my last action
Going up
eating
higher.
Cracker.
Eating the cracker is a free action.
Ah, thank you.
Crying is a free action.
Then I'll do the anime girl thing of putting the cracker in my mouth and then running up the escalator.
Tiny little fish cracker sticking out of your lips a little bit. It's like,
Yes.
I'm gonna be late for the Big Bang!
Alright.
Words. Words and how to use them. So, with that, we now reset your AP, the surprise round is done, and you can start acting like normal. Do keep in mind that now they will begin retaliating when their turn comes.
Yeah.
Hey, Arm. Hey, Arm. It's your turn in again, but, comes.
Oh. Huh?
Oh no, you erased
sorry,
it.
I didn't mean to write. I didn't mean to. That's just a pink bullet that I'm trying to. Brian.
Try to erase the pink blip. Go ahead. Do it.
I can't.
Why not?
Up here. It's not even the one I'm aiming for.
Why can't you? How dare you?
I can't hit it. Oh my god, Brian, I can't hit the pink spot.
No, you got it. Anyway, I love you so much. So now it's your turn again.
My turn.
You hear like over the like an intercom. It prevents Bend Over from ascending to the top of the Big Bang Tower. Repeat, prevent him from ascending.
Huh? Everyone looks like me, right? They left. No clue who I am, right?
That's a good point. We may not have to run up.
You
can either try and charm and persuade to try and make people think you're not Ben, or you could, or with that carbide flicks your eyes so that they're colored pink like everyone else's.
All right.
And you of course have your cloaking systems.
Yeah. So I'll just go in.
The same cloaking systems that you use to make parts of your body look human when you're around other people. Well, not human, but make your arm look less like a robot arm, look more like a prosthetic arm.
True. It's like, okay, I'll spend a few action points in this turn. I'm gonna blink. Like there's other bends around me, right? Like as I'm scaling the tower.
Yeah, of course. So you're gonna blink higher?
Yeah, I'm gonna blink higher and try and get into like a crowd of bends, kind of.
And?
But then again, I'm still I don't have to Assassin's Creed this shit. I'm still moving. I can just keep going.
Keep going up?
Yeah. Oh, I'm moving way too quickly, Brian. You're letting me move too much.
No, it's good.
Okay. Well, one last blink and I'm already where I need to be, so,
Well, no, not quite. He's on this level.
Yeah. I know. I'll leave it at that. I'll save my points for the next.
Alright, so you haven't tried to hide yourself in any way?
Well, I guess let's make it that with the last blink I try and get into a crowd.
I'm gonna say attempting to hide is gonna be a whole action.
Alright, sure.
You wanna do that right now? Or instead of blinking?
Instead of blinking then.
Alright. Give me a roll. Are you attempting to just blend in with the crowd or disappear? Or the cloak?
I don't want to cloak, I just want to become just not Ben. Who's Ben? I'm now... let me think...
Jack Mehoff.
God. Oh, this one's awful.
Richard Chicken, Private Eye.
Yes, sure.
For those who don't get the joke, Richard Dick is short for Richard. A chicken's a cock, and a private investigator can be called a dick. His name is Dick Cock Dick. Oh yeah, I gave you an advantage because you look like all the Bens.
Oh yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. 4 successes. Alright, and now is a roll on the enemy's end. To try and see you. See through what you're doing. Okay, you have successfully cloaked yourself and are hidden amongst the crowd, and you're gonna end your turn there?
Yes.
Are you coloring my dice?
No.
You goob. Alright, they're gonna try and search and spot you. So you're going to make a passive stealth check with a bonus, with a advantage die because of the successful disguising.
Whee! Oh shoot! It's the crackers. They're just selling me out.
They got 2. They got 2 and you got -1.
Mm-hmm.
So your cloaking was not done very well. They very much see through it. Like you did not cloak parts right, and they know who.
I just wanna have like a blonde mono beard, like upper lip beard, like standing in the middle of a crowd of Bens, eating crackers.
Are you calling a mustache a beard?
Is that not the English language and their beards?
I love you. Oh man. Sorry, I was just looking at the time. I'm like, whoa.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, we're still good. We should finish in time. I have stuff I gotta do after this. Anyway, so with that, they now know where you are, and they are going to attempt to assault your bussy. You no longer get the bonus. So they're gonna try and attack you. How do you react? Because you have a reaction.
I'll just try and jump out the way.
You're just gonna try and like dodge like normal?
Yeah.
No blinking or anything?
No.
If you spend an action, you can use your blink and you'll roll advantage on your dodging.
Sure.
It's your call, though.
Okay, I can do that.
Alright. Go ahead and roll. Let's see here, they got a burst, a success. Let's roll a new die for their burst. A 1 that destroys the burst.
Get shit on.
So they got 1 success. So you successfully avoid by blinking away from them. And that was 1 AP spent. They're gonna spend another AP attacking you again. What are you gonna do? Hang on. Hey, this isn't
I mean,
real.
how are they gonna attack me if they can't see me?
So, wait, you're not cloaked.
I mean, I blinked away. Oh, there's more of them, I guess.
This crowd. You're in a building full of them. As you go.
It's him, I swear. I'm gonna point at a random. No.
You want to try and use a charm roll to make them attack someone else?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna point at another one.
So give me a roll to convince them, and that's gonna cost you an AP to do.
Oh, I got a burst and a negative thingy.
So you get 1 new roll, and this destroys 1 success. So re-roll that 3. They got 2 successes.
Oops. Oh.
Okay, roll this one. Whoa!
Yeah.
So they all immediately, a bunch of them like dogpile on top of that one, and I'm gonna say that removes one of their actions from the team. So you basically reduce their action, the amount of attacks they have on you, and they're gonna attack you one more time. This time you don't get any special reaction. You can basically just do a basic dodge.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll your normal 5.
Oops. Oh, sorry. I got a 1, so
they got.
That's gonna eat this, and
you got 2 successes. They got 4. So the damage system has been slightly tweaked off of some suggestions I received from Broditis. I play tested it more outside, and I realized he suggested the thing, and I didn't want to do it there in session. Because it's worth mentioning, everything we're seeing in stream nowadays is being play tested outside with others. The damage you're taking is based off the difference. So you take 2 damage, not just 1.
Okay.
And it can be more than further modified by different strengths of things. We don't have your gun in here. You have a gun on you, don't you?
I do have a gun.
Yeah, at some point I'll have to give you the damage stats of your gun. Anyway. So now their turn is done, so now we're back to your turn. They used all I made them use all of their AP attacking you. They didn't save any... You get to act freely right now because I didn't save any AP like a dumbass.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you want some AP back?
No,
it's... some hero points for you to get your AP?
Nah, it's good.
Okay.
It is worth mentioning. Is there... I don't have it written in here, but you can buy an additional action for 10 AP.
Okay, I don't need it.
So in theory, you have right now 67 actions sitting in this sack.
I can break the game forever, but I will not, because I want to play the game. I'm like while they dogpile, gonna use it to run up the escalator. I'll walk. I'll do the extra mile. Fucking steps, cardio. It's good for my muscles.
Running up. Blinking and running cost the same amount of AP.
It doesn't matter. It's good for my body.
The difference is blinking can't be blocked by somebody, essentially.
Yeah.
Alright.
But how are they gonna block me? I'm gonna run up to the next level.
Carbide is like, alright, he should be in that, or if my understanding of the layout of this facility is as I would expect it to be, the holding facility is likely in that direction. Sort of like, you know, you get the big old UI indicator that she projects in front of your vision.
Alright.
You go running off toward the 8?
Yes.
Sorry, I just had a stupid thought of a funny cold open thing. What if you almost see Ruben naked, but Carbide uses her abilities to censor your vision, so Ben can never see people naked? Because Carbide won't let him.
That's when she uses her evil ability and blocks my senses.
Yeah, just all you ever see when people are nude is black bars. You can never see someone nude.
Oh, that's...
Sex for you is like in hentai.
Everything's pixelated.
Oh, God.
Awful, love it.
I found out there's people who have a kink for the pixelization. Who prefer pixelated porn. Anyway. So you're now on the level and she sort of directs you to, so I imagine you're gonna run to the room where he's supposed to be.
Yes. I mean, what is it, like, what does it look like? What are the whole details?
So you go off and at first it's like going down a hall, and for the first time you're walking into a section that doesn't have view of the Big Bang, and it's a little bit dimmer. And it costs an action running in here. And you do see, it's literally just a singular holding cell. They don't have a big prison system. And you can see there's like, there's 2 pink knights with their visors up that are blocking you from getting to the room where he is, but you can see like a one-way mirror in a room where he's still bound up in that room, but they went running out and they kind of left the door open behind him, or behind them.
Wait, they came to get me?
They were interrogating him and they came running out to get you, so now they're in the hall between you and him, but they don't get any actions to react, so But it is worth mentioning, as you step out, as you arrive, you see him, and he's like, perfect timing. You're the distraction I needed. And he bursts free from the binds that you guys had him in.
Oh.
He was totally able to escape the whole time. He let himself get captured.
What a man.
No, he's red.
Is he?
His colors are black and red.
I really hate red and pink. Okay, cool.
So, he is a completely independent individual who acts on your turn with you. You can give suggestions to him, but he's gonna go running out and immediately basically try and fucking bonk the shit out of these guys. So remember how many dice he was rolling when you guys were fighting him?
He was not rolling nearly enough.
He was holding back.
Thank you.
He wanted to get captured. They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes. He got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 successes. 8 versus 5. He goes running out and he breaks free from the binds, runs out, grabs the two of them by the back of their heads, and throws them past you. And they just go flying by you, and you see them like get like stuck in the pillar of the Big Bang Tower.
Oh wow, you really didn't need me to come help you, huh?
And then he looks at you, and he's clearly like about to. You dimmed the red, didn't you?
It was hurting my eyes.
He's clearly about to attack you when Carbide turns off the pink and floats from in front of him. No, wait, we weren't indoctrinated.
Did you not hear what I said?
What'd you say?
I said, oh wow, I guess I really didn't have to come rescue you, huh?
Yeah, but he still goes to run and attack you anyway when she does that.
Oh.
Oh. He looks at you and he's like, He like pauses for a long moment, he's like, you'd better not kill him.
Oh, no, of course not. I told you back then also I would never.
You were going to in the future before I arrived. Let's hope things have changed. And with that, he's gonna basically like walk past you and like shoulder check you.
Oh, he can try to shoulder check me. Fucking try me, bitch.
Yeah, I imagine you like cower away from him. He goes shoulder checking you, just
like in a T-pose, like blink like the 1 centimeter to the side, like.
As you guys start walking, Carbide's like, are you going to try and get out with us? Huh. Get out? I've been trying to get back here for 300 years. And he starts walking by and he's basically gonna jump to the bottom.
Is this good? Is this bad? I mean, he's gonna distract them, right? Should we help him?
We should try to get to the Big Bang before he can fuck up the tower too much. And, Arm. You have to get to the Big Bang before he fucks up the tower too much. Here's the tower's health. He's gonna try and destroy the tower. Oops, sorry.
Can I? I still have actions left, right?
Yes, it is still your turn. He is now going to act after you at this point.
Because as he's jumping down, I have a grapple hook.
You're gonna run out and try and grapple him to stop him from getting all the way down? Oh, God. Alright, go ahead. What are you gonna roll?
I don't know. I mean... Oh, God, I'm gonna ruin this man's whole... Oh, he's gonna hate me. He's gonna hate me so bad.
About to ruin this man's whole career.
I am. I have hero points. Can I buy rolls?
You can buy more dice, yes. If you look, it's 1 SP to gain a die, 1 SP to ignore a disadvantage, 1 SP to ignore a dice break, 2 to reroll an action, 3 to gain a success, 5, oh no, bonus action, 5 points. It's not 10 call points, it's 5 points for a bonus action, but the cost goes up with each one, that's right. So the first one is 5, the next one is 10, then 15.
Are you talking about action points, or are you talking about...
Buying whole new actions.
Okay.
Or, well... I should change that to be action points, huh? Yeah, sorry, that star point cost was put in when it was wholesale actions and not action points. Hang on, I'm actually gonna go ahead and tweak one thing.
Also,
I can't lower the expanded description.
You still have the fucking theme on a loop. I hope it's not too annoying. Maybe you should...
Oh, it's fine, it's very quiet.
Okay.
It's action scenario music. So it's 3 SP to gain another... Or... No. I wanted to change it to 3. Why did it not update? Did it update now? There we go, now it updated. 3 SP to gain another action, but the price doubles for every new action point you cost, so 3 for the first new one, then 6, then 12, then 24, then 48, then 50 something. It's an escalating thing for each AP you buy.
I'm not good with math, so I'll just smile and nod. Yes, sure.
I'll have a calculator on the side in case you want to buy actions. But you're not having to buy an action right now.
Yeah, no. I want to buy the points, the funny points.
Yes, so you're buying 3 AP. Alright, go ahead and roll. So you're gonna try and catch him?
I'm just gonna try and grapple him as he flies down and keep him from, like, hitting the bottom yet.
That's gonna be one action. He's gonna try and spend his action to break your grapple rope.
I have 1-1 in there, I think. Man, with all that, I only rolled 1 success? Seriously?
This was
no,
a 1.
There's another.
They've gotten 2 bursts so far. They had more, but ones took them out.
Damn.
They got 3 successes. How many did you get?
Only 2, but I can buy another success to get a draw, right?
Yeah, for 3 more SP.
Sure.
Alright, so a draw. So that's like a half and half success. Neither of you do exactly what you're trying to do, but neither of you do what you weren't trying. So here's what happens.
Can I make a suggestion?
What?
Or no, you're the DM.
Well, no, what's your suggestion?
I was gonna say I managed to grapple him, but I get yanked and like hit the railing of like the thing, and he meanwhile tries to like break free but doesn't, and like swings in on the like floor below me.
Two idiots, one
like,
thought. So he leaps down, you grapple him, you get yanked. So he goes down partially, but you also get pulled down partially as you like are like on an escalator and he's hanging. What are you doing?
I you the same thing. You can't just storm off like that.
I'm going to mess up everything they're doing here. If I can destroy this one, there's no time travelers. It's all gone.
Do we gain from this? The noodle monsters are gonna eat everything.
Where is one elder? God is one evil truly worse than the other? We face they offer the monsters threaten us with a natural death. They threaten us with a timeline that they control unopposed. Their solution is not the only one.
I mean, I don't know. And I guess I don't know what to do. We're just fucking grappled there right now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
They seek to create what is in Pink's mind, the perfect future, a singular future of their design. They seek to take away all freedom of choice from our species, from the entire universe. Is that any different than the death that is threatened by the Devourers? A life of unknowing slavery.
I mean, I can kind of understand if no one knows.
But my vision is different. We don't need to create a perfect timeline. We just need to stop ours from ending. And what is ending our timeline?
Apparently the noodle monster.
And if it can eat, it can die. And with that, he's now gonna... It's your turn. It's your turn, technically. He can't do an action.
So... I mean, that is an option. If you're going to persuade it, how could I help?
Wait, so what are you trying to do?
I'm trying to ask him how I can, like, be of assistance with that, in theory.
Let me go and I'll find you in time.
I nod and let go.
You release him, and he... Alright, he drops down. Bomb.
Rest in peace, all the pink knights.
What are you gonna do?
I'll... save my last no, I have... Wait, I can spend it freely. I'm gonna run up the escalator.
No, when the enemy's turn begins shortly, they will get back all of their actions.
Yeah, but we both... Like, it's like the first turn where they didn't have any, right?
No, so hang on. It is currently your turn. When you're done, it will go to Red Knight, and he'll take the rest of his action here. Then it will go to them, and at the start of their turn, they refill their AP.
Yeah, but I do too, right? Or like, is it like...
It'll be at the start of your turn that you'll refill your AP. That makes sense?
Well, fine, then I'll save it then, yeah, alright.
Alright, so Black Knight, because the weirdness of how your guys' turns worked, he only has 2 AP. And he's just gonna dedicate his AP to mashing on this tower. Carbide's like, we'd better get moving! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, you got 5 successes. They're defenseless.
Holy fucking shit, dude. Can I take a free turn to lean over the railing and shout, "Let me get out of here first!"
Yes. And he's gonna wail on it more.
Christ, didn't you hear me?
So, 1. That 10 gives him a roll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6 successes. So he's railing on the tower. Woo!
You better have a fucking thing planned for when Black Knight fucking breaks everything.
He's wailing on the tower, and fucking as he is, you see the little, like, pink light of the pink one fade out, and you see a pink line go flying up the tower, as you see, like, something, like, beam into the Big Bang. And Carbide, shit. Get us up there! No! We now have a time limit. Every round. You have a 5-turn limit. In 5 turns. Hang on, wait. No, you know what I just realized?
In theory, the health has run out.
No. So here's what happens. Carbide says you better get up there now. Black Knight, he basically just, like, looks up and you see the Big Bang start expanding and Carbide goes, oh wait, we're fine. And you see, it's like an explosion going off. You know? And then all of a sudden, everything slows way down. Yeah, oh, we never wrote down your... You have the power to slow time, don't you? Why is it not written down anywhere?
I don't fucking know.
You never wrote down that power.
What? Maybe you just lost it in a bag somewhere. I did use it a bunch.
Did someone else steal your power?
I don't know.
Yeah, we'll just have to recreate it at some point soon.
I mean, blink, it's advanced blink. Like,
right! Shit, I forgot it was an extension of basic blink, so hold on. Activating advanced blink is 2 AP.
Alright.
It's... Alright, we'll talk more about how advanced blink will work mechanically later. So, fucking... Time slows down as the explosion moves towards you, and you see Carbide is quickly, like, doing a bunch of calculations. Okay. So, we can't travel through time. We don't have nearly enough energy within our system. It would fry our brain immediately if we did too much. But I'm going to call on the energy of the Big Bang in order to propel us forward in time. Now it's just about landing us in the right moment.
Huh. Okay.
And fingers crossed I do it.
You better.
We're about to experience a lot of energy really fast, and I'm trying to do the calculations as fast as I can before I burn out our systems. And time slows down, the explosion gets closer, and then you get enveloped. And that's the ending scene of session. You sucked into the Big Bang. Where will Ben land? What time? What point in history will he be in? Find out next time on Hero Infinite! This is the expend over session. Yeah. I hope people. Did you enjoy Arm?
Mm-hmm.
I hope.
What is the? Why? I think at this point, Ben's like biggest enemy is towers.
What did you enjoy the whole setup? Did you enjoy the stuff that was happening? Any thoughts?
Yeah, nice.
I feel like there's a negative thought in there with the way you said, yeah.
A lot of exposition. A lot of it. I hope I can retain it.
I apologize. This was a very good moment to lay out a lot of very important outer universe lore.
Mm-hmm. You know. Alright. That's fun. Fun.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Stop.
Someone just skip my theme?
Oh no, I've lost the theme.
Oh,
Hang
I'm
on.
pissed. Oh!
There we go. Hang on. I'm just cleaning up. Anyway,
we can do this another time.
Yeah, I should say those you're watching on YouTube, I hope you've all enjoyed. The day this goes live, there should be an episode of BioShock, so be sure to check that out. If you want to see more, there's of course plenty of Hero Infinite playlists of all the other heroes. Arm, who's your favorite hero other than yourself? Out it. Talk about which one of your friends is your favorite friend.
No. I don't do that.
Hang on. I'm trying to get it in their sack. Words, I can use them. If you want to see more of me and Arm, there's a whole playlist of My GF Makes Me, which is us playing a bunch of games. So go check that stuff out. And I hope you've all been enjoying. Ta-ta.
Bye.
Excellent rendition of my logo.
I'm glad. Put my heart into it.
I love you.